Oh, okay. All right, we're on. Good rising. Good rising. Need to change something. I don't know. It's not supported for this configuration. Oh. Hey, Jackie. Hi. How are you? Good rising. Well, it's not good rising for you. Can you hear me? Okay. Here's some sage. Here's some sage for you. Can you hear me okay, Jackie? Let's see. Let me go to my YouTube. Hey, can you let me know? Just like put a one or something if you can hear me. Because YouTube's saying that I'm not streaming okay. So I just need to know that. Because Linda's not here today, so I can't tell. I can't tell nothing. This opulent life. Hi. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Because I'm by myself. Linda's usually here with me on Sundays, but she's traveling. So here is your sage for the day and your Palo Santo wood. Hey, this opulent life. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I want to say happy Father's Day. We're streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook today. So, how you doing? How's life? I can't wave to you and chat at the same. I mean, and talk at the same time. I can't type and talk at the same time. Well, I guess I could, but it's gonna be a little difficult. Just a little bit. Let me see if I could do that. All right. Hi, Jackie. You're in Morocco? What? Oh my goodness. You did not tell anybody you was going to Morocco, chick. Good for you. I wish I was in Morocco with you right now. But that's okay. Girlfriend's getting ready to start traveling very, very soon. You know that's been on my that has been my plan since the beginning of the year, and yes, we're going. So, welcome to the Good Rising chat today. It's an open chat, and we discussed pretty much anything you guys want to talk about. So, today's question of the day, well, let me just say this. This is the Indigo Room where we discuss all things spiritual. Hi, Susanna. Hi. Susanna's joining us here on Facebook. And hello. But this is the Indigo Room where we discuss all things spiritual. I got to make sure I stay on track with the time today. It has to end exactly at 12:30. Otherwise, everybody gets cut off. I don't do it. The program does it. It's very hot. Like extremely, like hot as blazes hot. So this is where we discuss all things spiritual, and by that I mean that we are non-physical spiritual beings having physical human experiences, right? Life is supposed to be delicious, it's supposed to be good, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be wonderful, even when it's wicky wacky, because sometimes, it can get wicky wacky as well get out. We have tools, we have tools in our toolbox. You're having trouble typing. I cannot type, Susanna, right now. I can't type and talk at the same time. Just too much. But so today's topic, well, it's not really a topic. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about because it's an open chat. So I always like to pick a question for the day, but that doesn't mean we have to continue with that question. So the question for the day is, do you know what you want? So many of us are. Let me move the sage. Here's some sage for you, Susanna, if you didn't get it. Here. And Jackie in this opulent life, if you didn't get it. Here you go. I'm going to put it over here. But so many of us, we go through life thinking that we know what we want. I don't know what 31C means. You mean 31? I don't know what that means. Like, I'm from the United States. Everything's in Fahrenheit still. So if it's like 90 degrees, then that's pretty hot. 100 degrees, that's pretty hot. 31 Celsius, I don't know. I got to do the math. You're welcome, Susanna. You're welcome. But today's question of the day is, do you know what you want? And also, not just do you know what you want, but do you know how you're going to get it? Like, have you sat down and just asked yourself, hi, Molly. Molly's in the house. What is it that you want? Because the universe is really, God, spirit, source, is really, really ready to give us what it is that we want, what it is that we're asking for. Also, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are celebrating Father's Day today. It's a little melancholy for me because my dad is not here, and he's not in physical. He's not in the physical plane, but he's here. The reason why I know he's here because he always pops up occasionally, says something and does something. And so I know that he's here. He'll show up in my dreams. Hi, Molly. And I'm sure that he's going to show up today. It's a melancholy day, not just because it's Father's Day for me, but he passed away the day after Father's Day. So, I always get a little misty-eyed around this time because he was like my best friend, my best buddy. And sometimes it got on my daggone nerves. But I love that man, crazy man. He was a great uncle, great brother, wonderful father. I don't know about a husband. But yeah. Anyway, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day. And this opulent life, if you're a dad, happy Father's Day to you too. Okay, so what we are going to be talking about today. Well, my question for the day is, do you know what you want? How many of us know exactly what we want? That's the question. Do you know? And what is it that you want? Because the universe is ready. God's source is ready, and it's able. It is able to give you everything you desire. And desire, really, if you have a desire, you have a dream, you have a goal, that is a gift from God. And the reason why I repeat this so much is because it needs to be repeated on a regular basis, constantly. So we want to ask ourselves, what is it that we want? Like if you go to a restaurant, you get a menu. Sometimes the menu has a lot of things on it. The waiter comes around and he says, What do you want? You might say, I'm not ready yet. Hold on a minute. I have to figure it out. Okay, no problem. Have a drink. Would you like a glass of water? Gives you some time. Comes back around. Okay, I'm ready to take your order now. Do you know what you want? I don't know what I want yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. Can you just give me another 5 minutes? Okay, no problem. If you were to do this in a restaurant for a long period of time, like 5 or 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, by the time 2 hours gets around, guess what? Guess what they're gonna do? Guess what they're gonna say? They're gonna ask you to leave. They're going to ask you to leave the restaurant because you are wasting time. You are wasting time. And you might be a little annoyed. You might be a little upset. You might feel, picked on or whatever, but you're wasting time. So, what is it that you want? I don't care if you want a new puppy. I don't care if you want nail polish. I don't care if you want a new home. I don't care if you need a new button for your shirt. What is it that you want? Because you got to get clear with the universe. You got to get clear with source. You got to get definite about what it is that you want. Molly said getting close. Getting close to knowing what you want, Molly? Hey, Wanda. Hi, Wanda. Good to see you. Is that what you mean? Because we don't want to waste the universe's time, right? And you don't want to waste your own time. So it's really important to start getting clear on what it is that you want. And write it down. Those are some of the things that I do. I write everything down. Number one, because life gets in the way and I get wicky wacky and then I forget. And then, I'm not even thinking about what it is that I want or what it is that I want to manifest or what it is that I want to be, do, and have or express in my experience. And then the next thing you know, I'm wondering where it went. What happened? Hi, Shari. Nice to see you. What happened? How come I didn't get what I wanted? Well, either you didn't write it down or you didn't stay on point or you didn't stay focused. So one of the things I want to encourage you all to do is really do a check with yourself. Check in with yourself. What is it that I want? Molly said yes, and some things are easier to get clear on, clearing the path to arrive at clarity. Two things that I do. Well, one thing that I do when I have something, hey Rain, when I have something that I'm trying to decide, right? I'm trying to figure it out. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? What is it? What is it? Should I go here? Should I go left? Should I go right? I make a decision. I just make a decision. What is the worst that could happen to you if you just make a decision? Make a decision. Say, okay, you have a decision between two things. Maybe it's three things. I have a decision right now between three things. I chose one. I just chose one. I said, okay, because all three of them feel great. All three things feel really, really cool. Something that I would like to do. And I could actually do all three things, but I chose one just to see. And when you make a decision, check in. Check in with yourself. Check in with your heart chakra. Check in with your solar plexus. Check in how it feels. And then move in that direction. And if the direction that you're moving in seems too hard, or it seems not hard, but there's just too many obstacles in your way, and it really doesn't feel good, and you're going, well, what am I doing? Then make the choose the next one. Just make a decision. Because when you get definite about your choices, whatever they are, whatever it is that you're wanting to be, do, or have, the universe gets definite about you. It's like if you hired me to come into your house and you wanted me to come and decorate your home. Said, okay, Sid, you got this job. I want you to come in and just redo my whole living room. Okay, no problem. I'll come in, no problem. You give me the money. You tell me what it is that you want, what colors you want, where you particularly might want the furniture. And then you say, okay, now you go ahead and do what you want, Sydney. You got this. Okay, fine. So I do my job. It looks beautiful. Everything's arranged. I got the colors that you wanted perfectly. I got everything set up. And you come in and you're saying, oh, yeah, that looks nice. Thank you. But really, I wanted the couch over on the left side of the wall and not the right side. And I wanted the TV put back over here. And you see those shelves? I really didn't want those shelves there. Can you move the shelf? Okay, no problem. I got you. No problem. I'm going to do that. I make all the arrangements. I change everything around. And then you say, well, you know what, Sydney? I really, really thought that would look nice over there, but I really want the couch on the back over there by the other side, on the other wall, on the left wall. And you know what? Let's move that and put this over here and okay. All right. I'll do that for you. And so I make all the arrangements. I fix everything the way you want it to be fixed. And then you come back and say, you know what? I really don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. And these colors, I thought I was going to like the colors, but I don't like the colors on the wall. Okay. I'll do that. And so we do this sometimes with the universe. And the universe has no problem. It's not like me. I'll get aggravated and just get annoyed and be like, you know what? You need to find somebody else to do this. The universe doesn't get aggravated. The universe will rearrange and rearrange and rearrange and rearrange and rearrange until finally you get what you want. But when you start to get clear, when you already have a clear idea of what you want, really get clarity, like Molly just said. When you get clear, hey Shanice, when you get clear, the universe will set everything up and miracles will start to happen. Even if you don't know what is going to transpire. So I know that it looks backwards on this board. I know that it looks backwards on Facebook. Hi. But once you make a decision, miracles will happen. Miracles will happen once you make a decision. And you gotta put God, source, the universe on the spot. Stop trying to do it all yourself. You have help, but you have to get clear. And this is why we talk about our I am statements in the Indigo Room. We talk about our subconscious. We talk about meditation. We talk about writing things down. And the way that you can help your subconscious, you can help source, you can help the universe by providing it whatever it is that you want, is by writing it down and getting clarity. Just take some time out of your day. It doesn't take that long. Take some time out of your day every day and write it down. I write stuff down 33 times because I'm clear. This is what I want. I want this, I want that, I want this. Because the universe is not limited like I am limited when I came into your house to move your furniture and to rearrange everything and be your designer. I'm limited right now in that aspect. But the universe and God is not limited. And you're not limited in anything that you can be, do, or have. You can be rich, you can be happy, you can be joyful. You can experience all kinds of delicious experiences. You can go anywhere you want. You can do whatever you want. You are free, but you have to know that, and you have to trust that source knows that, and that source is going to provide that for you. So you gotta put God on the spot. Put God on the spot. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Janine. Hi. You have to put God on the spot. Does everybody know what putting God on the spot means? Putting God on the spot. Do you know what that means? Putting God on the spot. I guess nobody does. You have to sometimes, you don't know what that means. Sometimes you have to just say what it is that you want and know what it is that you want. You got to put God on the spot. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago about the time that I was coming home and my lights were out and I didn't have any money. I didn't know how I was going to get the lights turned back on. It seemed impossible to me. And I was walking up the hill and I was just like, you know what, God, that's it. You got to put my lights back on. I came home and they were on. I didn't pay the bill. Nobody else paid the bill. Like I said, I checked everything. You can go back and look at the other videos. You can go back and check that. Yes, that's right. Rain says, telling God, Goddess, what it is that you want and expecting it. Expectation. You have to expect it to happen. You have to. Because if you're wishy-washy, then the universe gives you wishy-washy results. That's just how it works. You put your order in. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe I want this. Maybe I want that. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I want that. And you're not sure. So you get mixed results. You get wicky wacky results. You get wishy-washy results. So when you really get clear and you know what it is that you want, you write it down, and maybe you have to change it and maybe you have to tweak it. That's fine. But get clear and expect it to show up for you. And I don't mean in a way that I hope it does. I hope God listens to me. I hope Source heard me. I hope the universe heard me. I don't roll like that anymore. I just get clear. This is what I want, and I expect you to handle it. Inside. I talk to my God self within. I am God within. So when you get clear, when you get definite, when you expect, then the universe responds in kind. Things start to show up that you had no way of, like just recently. Okay, I lost all this weight. That was one of the things I wanted to do for last year. I started changing my diet. I started changing the things that I put into my body, and weight started dropping off. And I went 4 sizes down. So now I went from a size 14. Sometimes it was a 16, depending on the clothes that I bought. And now I'm a size 10. My tops used to be a lot bigger. And I just recently went shopping because I had to buy new clothes because all of my clothes were just hanging off of me. I looked sick in a way, because it just had big clothes. But I knew I needed clothes. And I was like, well, all right, God, I need new clothes. I wrote it down, put it on my list. And so what started to happen was people started giving me gift cards for my birthday. I can't tell you the last time I got gift cards for my birthday for clothes. I can't tell you when. And I just got a new shipment in of clothes. I got definite. I didn't say, well, God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get new clothes. I don't have the money. I don't have blah, 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 blah. I really would like new clothes. That would be nice. I hope I get new clothes. no. I was like, look, God, I need new clothes. I wrote it down on my create your day list because I have my list that I write out every day, except for the 2 days that I talked about on the talk show on Wednesday night. But I write it down. Some things I'm not ready to handle right now, but those are the things that I want, and I constantly put them on the God side. I had a list like this long when I started this year on the God side. The list has shrunken. It's like this now because things I got clear. This is what I want. This is what I need you to handle. I am not trying to figure out when, who, how. I just figure out the what and I give it to source, universe, God, goddess to handle. So Wanda said, Sid, you're speaking to me today. I so needed to hear this today. Yay! I try to figure out what it is that you guys want to hear. So I sit down sometimes. That's why you may not see me on social media as often, because I'm going within to try to figure out what it is I'm going to talk to you guys about. And then Source said, well, do you know what you want? I was like, yeah, I know what I want. I know what I want. Well, what do you want? What is it that you want? So get clear on what it is, the what. The what is the key. Not the how, not the who, not the where, not the when, not how is this gonna manifest. Just get clear on what it is that you want. So that was just one example. So I got new clothes. I have like a new wardrobe. I don't have to wear these big baggy clothes anymore. See, this is one of my new shirts. I don't have to do that anymore because I get clear. So maybe you want somebody to come in and clean your house like me. That's on the God side. I don't know the who. I don't know the what. I don't know the when, but it's on the God side. So I'm real clear about that. So there are a lot of different things that you may want to experience in this life. You can have it all for real. I'm not even joking. You really can. Maybe it's a new job. Put it on the God side. Stop stressing so much. That's something that, I had to learn for myself. Don't get me wrong. I still stress about stuff. I still get wicky wacky about stuff. Things happen, but I get clear. I write it down. And even if I'm unsure and the things change, that's okay. But I'm clear with God, I'm clear with Source, and I'm clear with the universe that this is what I need you to take care of. This is what I need you to handle. I was working on the logo for the Indigo Room, the new logo, because we're changing stuff. I wrote the logo. I wrote logo. That's all on the God side. That's it. That's all I did. And my son, Sean, you guys may know him. I'm sorry, Batsu, because that's what he likes to be called, Batsu. And he calls me up one day, starts talking. We start chit-chatting. We're having a conversation, yada, yada. And he says to me, Ma, I said, he starts talking about, my YouTube thumbnails and how I need to fix them and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, I know, Sean. I know. I'm doing 100,000 things right now. He says, well, what about your logo? I said, well, what about it? I said, I'm changing it. I'm changing the logo. I said, as a matter of fact, I was working on it last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. He says, don't worry about it. I got a graphic designer. She's going to do your logo for you. What? That was on the God side. And I tried to take it back. Before I started talking to him, I had tried to take it back, and I said, you know what, let me see if I can figure out how to make the logo. That's the other thing. You can't take the stuff back. If you know that's what you need to work on, or what you want God to work on, don't take it back. Let God handle it. So I tried to take it back, and I started working on the logo. As a matter of fact, my YouTube subbies, whom I love, we all had a logo little contest, and we were all checking it out trying to figure out which logo is better? I put that back on the God side because, I got other things that I'm working on, other things that I'm doing. I just didn't have time. And then my son calls up and says, Ma, I got your logo. Don't worry about it. So a graphic designer is working on the logo right now. She took all the things that I wanted to do. I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to figure it out. It's already done. So I had no idea that my son was going to come over and say, Ma, I'm going to do your logo for you or get your logo done. Jean says Apex has a process that when you write a list of things, also write a list of things for Source to do. Yes, put it on the God side. Yep, that's where I got that from when I first started following Abe. Rain says sometimes we act so timid about what we want and we can't be timid. This is how it works in paganism. Oh, paganism. We don't beg, we give instructions and immediately gratitude. Wanda says sometimes we forget in certain areas. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes we forget, and sometimes you need a reminder. So, one of the things that you have to also remind yourself is that you are worthy. I would like you to, take this, put it down, write it down, put it someplace, put it for you, because I know they can't see it. It looks backwards, but I hope that everybody, well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you gotta, it says, I'm worthy of all God's goodness. All of it. Health, wealth, love, relationships. Maybe you want a new boyfriend or girlfriend. Put it on the God side. Maybe you haven't met that person yet. Put it on the God side. And you would be surprised. You might get invited out to a dinner, to a restaurant with a friend, and then somebody that you have no idea, you never met them before, now becomes a friend, and a relationship starts. But you have to trust. You have to step out on faith. You have to start trusting your gut and start trusting that Source hears you and that God hears you and the universe is ready and open to take your order. But you have to know what you want. You can't sit in the restaurant for 2 hours telling the waiter to come back every 10 minutes because you haven't figured out what it is that you want. They're going to ask you to leave. So the other thing that I want to share with you is that you're not even limited by your greatest blessings. So maybe something wonderful did happen. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. That doesn't mean that you're limited now that God said, okay, that's it. That's enough for you. Bible even says, these things and more shall you do. Ask me what it is that you want. What do you want? It's real clear. I have to say, we have been, many of us, what time is it? Okay, we got time. Many of us have grown up in the Christian religion and Christian faith. I know I was a Jehovah's Witness. And, everything you got to ask in Jesus' name. You got to ask, you got to beg, you got to plead with God. Please, God, I'm not worthy. Please, God, help me, please, 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 please. Begging. You are not lower than a worm. You are not beneath. You are not so low. You got to get that out of your mind. You are worthy to have everything that you ask God or the universe for. And when I mean ask, it's also just a word, but I do mean when you start commanding this source energy that's inside of you, this I am presence that's inside of you, you can start to have what you want. So the only limit to my good is the limit that you put on yourself. That's it. That's the only limit. God is not limited, and God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So you are not limited by anything, by any stretch of the imagination. I know we think we're limited. We say, well, I can't. Well, you're putting the kibosh on whatever it is that you want to be, do, and have. Get clear. Get bold. Get bold. I know you think sometimes that you have to have something be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It has to go this way in order for me to have this. I have to do these steps first before God will help me. What you need to do is get clear. So that's my good rising for the day. Get clear and decide what it is that you want. That's the most important thing. Do you guys have any questions? You want to talk about something? There's something, because it's an open chat. It's not just for me to chat to you. It's for you guys to chat to me. You can call in if you want. You want to get on camera, Susanna, because you're the only one left in the chat. Sometimes we forget areas. So what area are you forgetting, Wanda? Well, if you guys don't have anything else to talk about, then we could probably end today a little bit early, because that's all I wanted to share with you, is for you to get clear. Do you know how to get clear? Do you know how to get clear on what it is that you want? Oh, okay. I will bring you on right now. Wait, let me go back. Where are you? There you go. Hi, Susanna. You'll get an invitation. Help you get clear, please. Well, what is it that you want to do? First of all, you need to know what it is that you want. So let's just take one area. What is it that you want? Oh, my look is not camera ready. Jean says, I'm here, inspiring to hear you talk about losing weight. Oh, yeah, it was great. I mean, it was something that I didn't actually anticipate happening, but it surely did work. I changed my diet, and I stopped eating a lot of processed foods. That's number one. No sugar. I rarely have sugar in my diet anymore. And I don't use processed sugar, don't use white sugar. I don't drink coffee anymore. And I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. That's something that, was not always the case with me. You want lots of, it's still in the dark. You want lots of, so see, now the universe is asking you, what do you want? Right? And so right now, you don't know what you want. And so how can Source give you all of the things that you think you might want if you don't know? And when we do our imagination work, when we do our Neville Goddard work, it's real important to get clear on what it is you want. Again, if you want a new car, then you would be in your imagination, feel it, feel it, feel it, until you feel it real, and then let it go. Move on. And in a way that you have no way of figuring out, bridges of incidents will get created so that you could have the new car that you desire. So getting clear on what it is that you want to be, do, or have is key. And this is the reason why some of us have so many mixed results about what it is that we want. Like I said, I wanted to lose weight. Period, point blank. I didn't have a clue, and I didn't know how that was going to happen, how it was going to look, I didn't know. And one of my neighbors was doing a juice fast, and I was like, I don't know if I could do that. Fasting. Oh, God, please. So I put in a search for different recipes, and then Dr. Sabi came up. And I started looking at him and reading his information, and I was like, I don't know if I could do this. This is too strict. It's too stringent. I don't know if I could do and eat fruits and vegetables all the time. And here I am. A year later, over a year and some months later. And I lost almost 40 pounds. Yeah, about 42 pounds. So, there is, wait, what did you say? Wanda says, sometimes in the area accomplishing small tasks like following my schedule. Okay. Oh, hey, Susanna, now you're on, Instagram. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with everybody where they're at. Sometimes in the areas accomplishing small tasks like following my schedule. You don't know what happened on Facebook. I don't know. I'm still live on Facebook. What do you mean sometimes accomplishing small tasks? Are you doing the daily list? Because that's really helpful for me in accomplishing small tasks. Listen, I put the things on my side that I know I'm going to get done today. That's what I do. So if it's 5 or 6 things, I put it down on my side. I'll give you an example. Where's mine? Okay. So for me, one day it was, I put smoothies. Like when I want to make my smoothie, I put that on my side. When I want to make my smoothies for the day. Like I put everything I put everything down because it's like a little schedule. See my book? I put everything down. So if you have, let's say 5 or 6 or even 10 things that you know today you're going to do. Okay, Jean, have a great day. So if you know that you have 5 or 6 things, hey, Katrina. Jean said, I stopped dieting, wanted to do it another way. I know it's inspired action. Funny how inspiration can feel like organic ice cream. I know it will happen. Okay. So if you have 5 or 6, 10 things that you know specifically you're going to do on this day, just write that down on your side. Like take some time at the beginning of your day to do that, or do it at night, the night before. Sometimes I do it at night for the next day. So I wake up, I know I'm going to drink water. Like now, drinking water is a habit. I don't have to remind myself anymore to drink water the first thing I wake up. It's a habit. So I get up, I drink my water. Then I pray, meditate, read, and write. Now, I had stopped doing those 4 things for a long time. So the habit got broken. So now I make sure that I write those 4 things down, that I'm going to pray, meditate, read, and write in some portion of my day. That gets done. Then I write down everything else. Wash dishes, walk the dog, feed the bird. Now those things, I don't really have to remind myself about those things, but I like to write them down just to make sure that I know I have, these are the things that I know that I'm going to do today, right? So wash my hair, do my nails, whatever. And I was trying to do my nails for the longest time, so I kept putting that on the God side. I wouldn't put it on my side, I was just putting it on the God side. And then one day, I had enough time, it just sort of happened, and it was like, oh, you remember you got to do your nails. Like, I get an inside hit, like, you have time right now to do that. This would be a good time to do that. And then it gets done. So there's a time slot that opens up. I wasn't checking my list. It was already put on the God side. Nails, mani-pedi. And then there was time for that to happen. The thumbnails for the YouTube show, I put that on my list of things to do yesterday. And it got done. So when you start making this list, you focus on the things that you want to get done. And if the God side list doesn't get accomplished, let's say all of the things that you put on the God side doesn't get accomplished, guess what you do for the next day? You rewrite them down on the God side. Like the logo, I was putting on my side for the longest time. Like, I have to do this, I have to do this. And I was like, you know what? No, you don't. I put it on the God side. I don't want to do that. And then I took it back. Because I decided I'm going to work on it. And then I was like, you know what? I just don't have time to work on it. So I put it back on the God side. And guess what happened? Like I said, my son called up and blah, blah, blah. The website. I was working on the website. I kept putting it on my side. And I just didn't have time to work on it because I was doing other things. So I put it on the God side. And guess what? Linda calls up and says, listen, Sydney, I'm going to be working on the website. Blah, 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 blah. Can you give me this? Can you give me that? Okay. So the website's getting done. And the more you get in the habit of doing this, just this list, I'm telling you, it's the best list. It's the best thing that I got from Abraham Hicks, is to create your day list. And I put it on the God side. So I want to go to Egypt and I want to go to the UK. I put that on the God side. And then my friend called me up and told me about this company and, to work with this travel company and blah, 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 blah. And it looks like I'll be able to do that this year. I still put it on the God side. So things are starting to open up for all kinds of different opportunities. But once you get clear, the universe starts to get clear with you. It starts to open up ways for things to happen. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to just focus on the big things, hand God the big things. I handed God my nails. I need to get my nails done. Time opened up. Then I got a little hit inside. It's a good time to do your nails right now. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Let me do that. So you would be surprised how things start to open up when you start to write stuff down and you start to get clear. And it can be clarity for the smallest things. Making my smoothie goes on my list for the day. Going to pay a bill goes on my list for the day. Yesterday was pay the cable. That got done. So then I check it off. Maybe you want to soak in the tub, but you just can't find the time right now. Put it on the God side. A door will open, a time will open, and you'll go, you know what? This is a great time to take my bath. Thank you, God. Check. You walk the dog, you feed the bird. This is me. I walk the dog, I feed the bird. These are things that I know I'm going to do. I'm going to clean the bird cage today, so that's on my list of things to do. And a time will open up, space will open up, that it will be the perfect time to do that. Space will open up. It'll be the perfect time to go and cook my meals for tomorrow. That's on my list for the week. That's on my list of things to do. Perfect time will open up. Like I had on my list last week that I needed to go to the grocery store. I needed to go pick up some things. My neighbor knocks on my door. Hey, Sydney, I'm going out. Do you need anything? That was on the God side. I was like, yeah, I got to go down to the grocery store, blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking, oh my God, I got to go walking. I got to do. She said, okay, I'm running out. I'll come back. I'll drive you and we'll go. So I didn't even have to worry about it. I didn't even have to figure it out. Does that make sense now? When I say get clear? It can be the smallest of things. It doesn't have to be a big, huge thing. Just put it on the God side if you're not ready to handle it right now. If you're not ready to take care of it right now, put it on the God side. And then focus on what it is that you want to do today. That's it. This moment today. Stay in the now. And if you know that this is a future event, maybe it is you want to buy a house. Maybe it is that you want to move. Put it on the God side. And as you move through, you'll notice that your God side list starts to get smaller. And then you can add more stuff if you want as you move along. But keep writing it on the God side. That's what I do. I never used to write it, keep rewriting it. I would just write it on the God side one time. But now what I do is I rewrite it. If it's not handled, if it's not finished, for the next day I put it on the God side. I keep writing it on the God side until it's taken care of. And then once it's taken care of, I can tick it off. But I always know that it's going to get taken care of because I keep putting it over there. I keep, oh, that's not done. I put it over there. And then space, time, or a person or something will show up to handle whatever it is that I'm giving over to God. I'm not trying to figure it all out. I'm only focused on what I decide I'm going to focus on today. And then I take, if I didn't get everything done for the day, like if I made my list overwhelming, because sometimes I do, but I try not to. I try to only get 10 things, especially if I'm working, going into my job, because that's 4 hours of travel time and then 8 hours at work. So it's 12 hours a day that I'm out of the house running around. So I write down what I'm going to do. And sometimes, like during the week, I only put down maybe 10 things that I know specifically that I'm going to do. But on the weekend, I make my list a little bit bigger because I have a little bit more time. You figure it out. It may only be 5 things for you. I know I can do 5 of these things today, definitely. And then everything else that you decide you want to do, be, or have, you put it on the God side. Does that make sense? Is that helping you to decide, to figure out what it is that you do want? And I'm telling you, your list on the God side will start to get bigger. Because as you move along, you go, well, I really would like to do blah, blah, blah. I really would like to have da, da, da. I really want to go here. I really want to see this. I really want to have this. I really, It's the best thing since sliced bread for me. I've been doing this for years. The create your day list. That's the best thing. Susanna said that's very helpful. Good. So start getting clear on what you guys want from the universe, from God, from Source. And let God do the heavy lifting. You just focus on the things that you want to do for this day. That's it. And as you start to move along, you might get other ideas. You might find that there's other things you want to do. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe, you don't even have an idea about writing books, but that's something that you want to do. Or maybe you want to, as a photographer, Wanda, I don't know what your goals and aspirations are. I'm just giving you an idea. But let's just say you want to make a photo book, a book that you want to sell. Put that on the God side. You'd be surprised, I'm just saying, you'd be surprised at the information that'll start to pop up for you. Like I said, when I wanted to lose weight, I was surprised at the information that started to show up for me, because I got clear. I was like, yeah, God, I need to lose some weight. I want to get healthy in my body. And all kinds of different information started to show up. People, places, things, stuff on the internet, ideas, all kinds of stuff. So if you work it, it works for you. So figure out what it is that you want. Decide what it is that you want. When you get definite about God, make a decision. When you get definite about God, what it is that you want, Source, God, the universe gets definite about you, Goddess. Wanda says, that is exactly what I spoke to Mavis about just yesterday. What? A book? A photography book? Well, maybe this message was for you, because I didn't know who needed to hear it, but maybe it was you. Obviously, there was a lot of you that needed to hear it. But I do want to remind you to often write. This is from Wednesday night. God in me is my health. God in me is my answer. All right, so I'm going to roll out. It's 11:27. We started at 11:30, and this will cut me off at at the 12:30 mark exactly. So I want to remind everyone to join us Wednesday night. We're going to be reading Neville Goddard's book, The Resurrection, on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock on the Indigo Room on YouTube. And you can join us there live from 9 till like about 10:27, 10:30. And if you want to find the books, you want to read the books, that'll be in the link in the descriptions below on our YouTube channel. And if you want to donate to the Indigo Room, you can do that through PayPal. And the link is also on the YouTube channel. If you'd like to donate through Cash App, it's $ the Indigo Room to help us grow. That's great. You want to make a love donation. But all of the books that we're reading are on Amazon, and you can pick the books up. I'm an Amazon affiliate, just to let you know. I get a little bit of a stipend if you do buy it. You don't have to buy it from there, but you can. And we'll be back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock doing Resurrection from Neville Goddard. Ooh, I love Neville. We love Neville. So check out Doxy, the Doxy meditations. They're great. That'll help you with your subconscious, because we got to change the subconscious. We got to change our subconscious, because our subconscious is what's running things in our reality. So change your subconscious, you change your whole world. So check out the Doxy videos. I don't get nothing from him. I just love Doxy. Check out Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike is amazing. If you go to our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, share the videos, comment on the description below. If you need more help, something that you want to chat with me about, you can email me at theindigoroom2@gmail.com. And I love you. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Have a great Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Peace. Bye. Have a great day. Love you. Bye, everybody.